Quick thoughts on the yesterday's dump on Oscilio cards for pen. We are missing still the most important, interesting cards, right? There's still Majestics coming, and probably more cards. Have not checked the full list yet, but there's a fair bit of lightning cards. So let's have a little discussion here. I don't first and foremost don't think there's anything too interesting and broken and meta changing, deck changing things yet, but interesting cards to test for sure. And I think at least Oscilio in Sage will be very fun and very different. So that's cool, and that's what I'm excited for as well. The format seems a lot more interesting to me right now. Now that we have cool Oscilio cards, but yeah. Anyways, here's Stonewind Sheath. So you have to pitch for it, and it blocks for 5. If you block off Tunic for 5, that's pretty nice. But if you pitch a lightning card, you get embodiment of lightning token, which is mathematically it's like 2 card 8, 2 card 9 if you have Guiding the Flash. So it's very good at making your instance block. Like for example, you have in your hand blink this, you have to block 5 or block for value, and you would have I don't know, some other cards like Sigil of Brilliance and Etchings of Arcana. So you just block this, block with this, and then get embodiment of token, go Guiding the Flash, go again, shoot spell. Very nice. But yeah, it's doing nothing on offense. It's not a Flash of Brillianceable, which is unfortunate. It's not very flexible, so we'll see. Fun card to test though, and probably Sage card. This is the next card, Overcharge. Block 3, by the way. It's a block 3, as the picture is very bad. I'm sorry. But basically, it costs 1, both attack for 1, and if you have played instant card, this chain link, it gets +3. And the yellow card gets +2. I don't know why there's no blue one. There should be a blue one, but it's +1. So it's like a self-pressing card. Kind of funny. But it also blocks 3. And it has the natty go again, which is pretty huge. So I'm definitely excited about this card. For current CC Oscilio build, I don't know about that one. The pitching thing does make it a little awkward. More awkward than it should be, as the current build is kind of pitchless. But imagine going this with Lightning Press, pitching a card, and then Eclectic. It might work. With Eclectic, this card goes foolishly fun, but you do need an instant. You do need a yellow card at least to pitch for them. So there is clunkiness to it, but it's a cool card and very fun for Sage for sure. Now Cloud Cover, I think that's the most interesting one. Not the most interesting one, mind you, but the most playable one probably. So I was saying with the yellow Cloud Cover, people were testing it that almost a year back, that it's not good because it blocks 2. But this blocks 3. If you get red cloud cover, I'd be on board probably. And here we go. It's an instant that blocks for 3 at instant speed, and it can block any type of damage. So you can block Arcane, and that is very cool. And it's also a fine card for your combo turn because it's a lightning instant. So it's a 0 for 5. 0 for 6 when you combo with Guiding the Flash. Because Guiding the Flash and this amps twice the Vol's energy attack for 4. So it's good value there as well. I'm definitely very interested about this card. We'll see. It's very tight on slots, mind you. But making the deck block more, making the deck more resilient, and just doing its thing, I'm on board. Laden with Lightning. Not very interesting to be fair, because it also costs 1. But cool card for Sage, right? If you pitch a Lightning card, you get Embodiment of Token. Embodiment of Lightning Token. So, embodiments are really nice. But your next attack gets +3, so you would like pitch a card, pitch a Lightning card, play this, get go again for Guiding the Flash. And it's elemental, it's not even Lightning itself. So I don't think this will do good in CC. But it's very cool art. I love the Aria style art, and very cool for Sage, because Sage Oscilio looks like it will pitch a lot more, which is also really fun, I think. Sigil of Fate. New Sigil, It counts towards Glyph, by the way. Just to clarify that one out of the way. When this leaves the arena, opt 1. And as per all sigils, the beginning of Hex and Base, just destroy. People were asking for opt sigil, so it's pretty cool. And imagine you get these cards, because there's a card that makes 3 of them, all common soon. And then you just Glyph overlay blast. You just blast them with Glyph overlay and get 3 opt as well while you go. So it's very nice because you shuffle first because you have to resolve the card that is Glyph overlay that you're currently doing, and after that you may stack in any order that you want the sigil effects that pop. So you may opt 3 before your brilliance and stuff like this, you know. And it also counts for bindings and Aether. So that is very, very fun. Another Glyph power spell. 4 arcanes, that's 2 for 4. But if you have a sigil, it's 2 for 6. So it's a big spell. That is very nice. I think this card is also interesting, and it's definitely a card that I think the Sage Oscilio will play 3 of insta. 2 of insta, and 2 of Glyph, the other Glyph, the old Glyph as well, most likely. So that's cool. I don't think it will go in unless there's like heavy fatigue meta to CC Oscilio though. But 6 arcane is a lot. But we have Burn Breath is double downing on. Burn Breath is a little clunky, but it's double downing on Popper. If Prism did not exist, yeah, we'll probably have like 2 of these and 2 the other glyphs on the side. But it's a cool card, I think. Strike Twice. This has been people been buzzing about this one, which is Lightning Snapback technically, but then it isn't because you have to deal arcane damage first. So it will be a pretty ordeal unless you specifically play this with, like, say, Glyph power spell. So your hand would be Sigil of whatever and a blue card, and then you Glyph power spell your opponent for 6 arcane, and then you hit them with 3 arcane. Actually, the ordering would be... That's not even the ordering. Yeah, you just have to resolve this first for 6, and then you also the strike twice though. So they would come. This would come for 5. So it will be 4 card 11 arcane damage, which is very good, and you get a sigil as well. But a little more Sage things, I think, because you have to deal arcane first. You have to pitch, so you would need to maybe get the go again or something from Organ trigger or blast trigger with go again with a shock, and that would need to deal damage. Also, Aether would need to deal damage. If opponent ABs it, this is rather dead, and it also costs 1. But I love the art. I love the art. I tell you what. Voltic Veil is these pictures are very bad. My bad. Prevent the next 4 damage that would be dealt to you this turn. So it's like a wizard. What's called Oasis Respite. But instead of getting HP from the Oasis, now if you pitch Lightning card to play this, you deal 1 arcane damage to opponent 0. So it's pretty cool effect there. Like, you can do some Volsar things with it, and you can do something for Mirror maybe, but you also have to pitch a card again. I think it's more of a Sage card, but there's like interesting design space that we are in right now that I think is very cool, and there's a lot of things I want to test, and it will be very fun to test. Please give me the Majestics. 1 Oscilio Majestic, please. Oh, jeez. Ion Charge. Well, now this one at least you see. Holy. So, not very good for Oscilio, right? Until the end of turn, it's Lightning instant. 0 cost. Until the end of turn, Lightning and Elemental attacks get +1 while they have go again. The clunky part about this is while they have go again. Like they just knew. The issue with this, if we couldn't parse already, is that Lightning Greaves grants go again to the instance. Those other instances are not the attacks. It doesn't give go again to Ganon in a flash. So if this would work in a way where you can get the +1 when you combo with Ganon in a flash, yeah, that would be very, very good. Because you probably get like three attacks in. Probably 2, mind you. Because this would be the first card that bounces Ganon in a flash. And then you get 2 attacks and an amp from this. So it's kind of like Electrostatic Discharge. But it can get more foolish. It would be very fun. But unfortunately, this doesn't work. That's the problem. More like Aura card, right? And it could be a good card in Sage, though, because if you go like Entwine Lightning fused with this, play this, and then you go like Fry, Second Strike, whatever. But looking at these other things we could do in Sage, Glyph Power Spell, the other Glyph, you got the Spindle, Voltic Bolt, Strike Twice, yeah. Space might be tight. Also, I think like this Cloud Cover card is also very good in Sage. This is probably also very good in CC, but we'll see. Did I not have there was a card that said play this for 1 and then you get 3 Sigil tokens. Sigil Fate tokens. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah. So this one and the Sigil Fate tokens were these ones that opt. So just pitch 1, create 3 Sigil Fate tokens. Instant. So it's like a cool thing to do with the Glyph overlay. You get a bunch of opt, you get walls are free. In like Sage Oscilio, I don't think this is coming to what is it? The CC Oscilio. But yeah, pretty cool thing. And I have not seen other cards that do Sigil Fate tokens yet. Maybe there will be one. New Zap. Oh, this is the one that makes also Sigil Fate tokens. New Zap. But if it deals any damage, creates this little Fate token. So you get just opt 1 from this and Voltar for free. More bindings. This is interesting card. But I feel like this is just a Mind Warp replacement for Sage. It can't fit the current build because it's very tight. And it's not good enough as that for that, unfortunately. But yeah. Now this is one of the most interesting cards I've seen for Oscilio. I think it's really funny though, because you get to destroy target aura permanent, which is usually the name. So you can destroy your own aura permanents. So let's say you have conductivity, and you go Ganon Flash this, destroy the conductivity, make Embodiment of Lightning. Now you have Embodiment of Lightning for next turn or your next attack if you have like action points from somewhere else. But it's a little cute though. It's a little cute though. I don't think it goes into CC. Because there's also, like of course you can pop Brilliance with this as well. Which can be something. So I'll be very interested to test this card. But I think it's like too cute for CC. But it's a cool one. It also has Prevent 1. The next one Arcane Damage you would dealt it. Next one Arcane Damage that would be dealt to target hero this turn. It also has that text, which is a little bonus. But yeah. And then Steph made this one. Yeah. Why is this Runeblade? But let me tell you what. This would have been absolutely broken card. Let me pull up the entire text of this shit. Yeah. What this enters or leaves, and this enters or leaves. Once more. When this enters or leaves the arena, deal 1 arcane damage to target hero. Bro, you get like Sigil of Aether straight up front, and when it pops. It doesn't have the amp part, but it's just an instant arcane spell that is also a sigil name thing. Oh my gosh, bro, this also would have been like tier fucking -1 with this card, because he's already best deck in the format. And then he would get Sigil of Voltaris. What is it named after Volzar? Voltaris? Volzar? Those like... The other is Runeblade Mountain, and the other is Wizard Mountain. I don't know the lore. But please, they knew. They had to put the Runeblade tag there. Fuck. What if I play this? I just put this in my deck as a trio. Does nobody notice? Does anybody notice? Hello? But yeah, waiting room for... I think these TLDR, most of these cards are Sage. Cloud Cover will be interesting for CC. Space is tight. We'll be waiting for Majestics. That's it. Thank you.